So Albert's been saying about the punt gunning comes from traditionally commercial bases, and it was done when there was most of the waders were not protected, so the bags were allowed to be very, very big because they were able to shoot just about everything, and they shot everything. And they used to use all sorts as a shot. There were even some guys were known to use the odd bits of nails cut up. But so those days were allowed to sell what they shot, they sold to the markets. A lot of the stuff went from Norfolk Broads, went into London. But nowadays, you're not allowed to sell wildfowl. And also, you've got another thing of protected species. So the bags are far, far smaller because you have to be so much more careful. This is a 2-man punt. And another quirky fact about these boats is, due to the gun, you're not allowed any form of mechanical propulsion because they are classified as a warship. It's one of the very uncommon facts that in the United Kingdom, you're not allowed a private navy, unlike the Duke of Atholl, who's allowed his private army. So we have to row these or sail these wherever we're going. Or you can tow them, as some of my family members used to do years ago on Strangford Lock and the Foyle. They would have towed them round the lock to get to where they wanted. My boat hasn't got the sail anymore, but it used to have a sail. These are very shallow boats, and they're probably far harder than people think to steer because they're so shallow, the wind catches them very, very easily. So you see he's getting down, turning around now. They're spotted a scheme of duck potentially, or a scheme of geese, and they're now going to stalk up to them. They'll look to see what's in it nowadays. They'll then wait, stalk, but you have to remember, here, they're down level with the boat, the duck's eyes. Also, and here it's artificially sort of thing, you've got a landscape behind you. So they are not silhouetted, but when you're out on the open water, it is very, very difficult because you're sitting on the horizon of the water so you're having to work very, very hard, very, very carefully. As you can see, that's why he's lying down, paddling. The duck, they see him, they start to paddle away. They can actually paddle faster than you can paddle yourself. So people think, when you get close enough, you'll get ready. You don't want the ducks in the water to shoot them because you've got far less body. You lose a lot of your shot into the water, so you want them just as they're taking up. Yeah, that's why. Now once they fire the shot, there will always be the odd duck which is never shot. So then you have a smaller gun where you shoot what was known as a cripple stopper and is used to shoot any injured duck. One other fact is, you probably all know the Wildfowl and Wetlands Trust. It was primarily set up by 2 punt gunners, Peter Scott, an old punt gun, and it's a very unknown fact, and they all do it because you're so close and having to work so close to the duck. So now the next job is to retrieve the duck. A lot of the duck would have been on mud flats and stuff. So it is not the easiest thing to retrieve them. And a lot of the guys, you could be walking on like sinking sand or whatever to go get them. So there are shoes you used to wear, big wooden planks that used to get across the mud. But another fact is these guns are dangerous from both ends. Because the recoil off these guns, and as you can see the 2 ropes on the side of the boat are there to hold the recoil, but that recoil from that gun, the people have been known to break noses and more regularly due to the recoil.